Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an oil and filter change on my Volkswagen Caddy, otherwise known as the Nightmare Caddy, because when I bought it, it did turn out to be a little bit of a nightmare, but the main problems have been fixed, so it hasn't been too bad actually since we've done the clutch. The injector rail popped off again, so I've had to reinstall that a couple of times. Bit of a faff, but I just think sometimes they take a couple of goes before they seat properly, so hopefully it's in for good now. But yeah, we're going to be doing a oil and filter change on the Caddy. So the first thing we have to do, jack it up, drain the oil, and then we just got to put the oil and filter in. So let's crack on. Okay, so under the van we see this drain plug here. It's a 19mm, so you want to loosen it up with a spanner or the socket, and then we just unwind it. Now it looks like there's a little bit of a leak coming from this drain bung. There was a couple of drippers sat by there, so it's not really losing oil or anything, but it might be an idea to replace the washer, because I've got a set of copper washers here. So yeah, we'll drain this now into this pan. So the service light came on the other day saying it's due a service. Had the van about a year, haven't done it myself. Apparently it'd just been serviced before I bought it, that's why I hadn't done it. Usually I would anyway, but I just haven't got around to it. So we've cleaned up the surface. Now we're going to torque it up to 25 foot-pounds. Now that's torqued, I'm going to give this all a quick wipe down, because there's a bit of sludge on here. It doesn't look fresh or anything. It was there when I'd done the gearbox as well, and it's not losing oil, so I'm not worried about it. But just for the MOT guy, I'm going to clean it up so it looks a bit more presentable. Okay, so now we come to the oil filter. It's a bit of a tricky one. You've got all this stuff here. I shine a light down there. You can just about see it down there. So what a stupid place to put the oil filter. However, in order to take it out, we're going to basically have to remove this bracket here, move all this, move all these wires. I think we'll just have to undo that one bolt, and it should all just move out of the way. So that's what I'm hoping. And it looks like a Torx bit, so make sure you've got a Torx bit if you're going to do this job. So as I suspected, it does literally just pull out of the way. So we've got to put a big fat socket on there. A friend of mine actually had the socket because he's a vag boy. So this one's a 32mm. So simply stick it on. I think the lid comes off. There's a filter element inside. So that's the bit we change. Put a new filter element in. Then we reuse this lid, so be careful not to damage it. So you literally just yank it off and it pops off. Now the kit comes with a couple of new O-rings, so I'm going to just change them anyway, I might as well. So there's one there, and one there. So stamped on the top of this housing, it says 25 Newton meters, so that's what we're going to tighten it to. Okay, so now's the time to put some oil in. Take off the cap. You don't need one of these, but a funnel just makes life a bit easier. Perfect, so obviously check the dipstick. Do it the last litre. You just want to put it bit by bit in until the dipstick's full. And the service is done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.